I am vigilant.
Don't even think of breaking into that. You'd best have cancer because from the looks of you, you're breaking rule number 1 right now. Yeah? What do you need? You done? Good.
What do you need? Well, all right. Let me count out your caps.
scared? Just like a little bitch. Okay, cut the shit. Who is that? Holy shit! Kick it! Ah! You want a little, huh? You want a little...
Welcome back. Have you been successful in your search for books? Excellent. How many are you willing to trade? Very well. Here is your reward. Use it well, and return with more books when you can. The front desk computer has access to the card catalogs, but it appears that it's lost the connection to the main archives. Here's the password. Now, you might be able to find the central computer further in there, but I'm afraid you'll have to do that without me. I'm a scholar, not a fighter. Steel be with you. I am vigilant. I am vigilant. Here. You've... Is it there? Are there books? Oh, can I go borrow some? Really? A whole library's worth of data? Right there? Oh, that's great news! So, what did you find? Tell me about it. I suspect you and I are two of the only people who really appreciate its value. Yes! Oh my goodness, when I'm done with this, I'll have to work on copying all of this information. It could take a while, you know. Oh, but here's a book of mine and some caps for your research. Think of it as pay for a civilization worth of overdue books. I want to find out the history of how a successful settlement like Rivet City got started. I've also got to do a section on working with old computer electronics, so there's some research to be done in the old Robco production facility. And that'll be it for the last chapter. So, what'll it be? Don't be so sure. You'd be surprised how confused people get, even about important things. In this case, I'm talking about Rivet City. It's the most successful survivor settlement around, but no one here really knows how it started. Of course, that's why it's important to know how a place like that succeeded. So I need you to go there and do some researching. Oh, now I can't wait for what you find out down there. And check around to make sure you're hearing the real deal. What do you need? Good hunting!
Don't try it.
Yeah. So, what'll it... Enjoy. Come. You need
I really
something?
hope you're not thinking of breaking into there.
Everything looks okay here.
Don't mind. Just leave me alone.
If you want any of this history, fuck if I know. Hell, fuck if I care. Come back soon. We always got a lot of ammo in stock. If you want any of this...
I'm looking for trouble, mate.
Whoa. What's the rush, dude? Lady, I only just got here myself. Ain't nothing I could tell you.
Figures have you seen?
Nice to see you again. Well, I could tell you all about my hotel. But I'm sure I don't know anything about how Rivet City itself got started. I mean, you hear rumors and you make guesses, but I really couldn't say I know for sure. And I'd hate to lead you down the wrong path. Actually, now that you mention it, Seagrave may know more about it. He's been here since he was just a boy, and I can't imagine anyone knows this ship better than he does. Farewell.
Seen any?
You sneak into my room, steal my property, and then tell the world about it. I'd ban you from my shop if they'd let me. Instead, I'll just have to settle for ripping you off. Oh, I really wouldn't know. I mean, long as I can remember, she's just been here, soaking up all the repairs and attention we can give her. I grabbed a wrench and joined in the reconstruction pretty much first thing out of the womb, but I never really cared about the politics. Last feller I remember from back then was Mr. Pinkerton, and he must have left about a decade ago, after that spat with the science team. He used to have a storage shed in the broken-off bow of the ship. We always thought he was crazy for keeping stuff there. Might have kept a couple records down there, I guess. Careful, though. Ship's a bit treacherous down there in her belly. She did? Well, I suppose I've picked up a lot over the years. I mean, no one's spent more time tinkering on this old girl than I have. Oh, Rivet City, I mean. Not Vera. I mean, Vera's not old. And I haven't tinkered on her, obviously. Not that I wouldn't. I mean, no. Anyway, you might find some clues in Pinkerton's place, in the broken-off bow. He was around before me and used to store stuff there before he left. Oh, well, the old girl had seen a lot of damage, especially where the Mirelurks used to nest, and where the super mutants kept trying to get in. I guess the mutants and the Myers got so busy fighting each other, it gave us the time we needed to make this place shipshape. Does that tell you what you need to know? Anyway, we're here in Rivet City, and she's in good hands now. Oh, right. It's locked for a reason. Don't get any ideas. Stay sharp. They're everywhere. What? I have better things to do than yak about those backstabbers up topside. Now get going. Ha! Sounds like you've been poking around, all right. I'm surprised any of those reprobates even remember me. Maybe they still laugh about how they edged me out of the council back then. But you can set the record straight. For that, You have to go all the way back to when remnants of the Naval Research Institute cleared the Mirelurks off this wreck, about 40 years ago. We were looking for new lab space, and this bucket of bolts just happened to have a well-preserved science bay on it. Everything else just grew up around that lab once we got it up and running. The science team was led by one H. Pinkerton. That lasted until about 18 years ago, when those ambitious backbiters like Lee and her little team showed up. She came in with her big Purity Project pipe dream, and my whole staff started working with her, those traitors. She even took my seat on the council. By then, I was glad to leave it behind. But hell if I'm leaving the city I made great. Of course I do. A good scientist always keeps track of their data. Here, they probably don't even remember, but I kept the records of that first council meeting. Take them, if it'll put them in their place. Don't let your guard down.
Any luck finding out how Rivet City got started? Aha! Not just as easy as asking around, was it? Good information takes real work to uncover after all. So, tell me all about it. With the protected location and resources that came from those scientific advances, I can definitely see how it grew so quickly. A bit of smarts leads to a big reward, huh? Speaking of which, in thanks, have a few of these for the next time you've got to be quick on your wits. Oh, and I'll let the Rivet City traders know they'll be favorably mentioned in the book. You'll get a discount buying gear from them in the future. It does, doesn't it? I mostly just deal with it after it's junked, but a trader gave me this bit of electronics from the Robco factory. If there's a way to reactivate and control the robots there, it'd make for a good example of harnessing the past's technology for the book. Yeah, you should just be able to plug it into the mainframe at the Robco production facility. It'll give you access to the robots and terminals. Okay, here. And be sure to keep an eye peeled for any other examples of how to make old technology work for you out there. Have fun out there, okay?
When I was a child, growing up in rural Kentucky, I had the best friend a boy could hope for. My dear old dog, Honey. Oh, The adventures we had. From Nod Creek to Hagenville we roamed. Carefree and courageous. Irresponsible. And completely inseparable. It was, for a little boy, the perfect existence. So, let me ask you, America. How many of your children can say the same? How many of this nation's youth are...
Hello, stranger. I'm Tinker Joe, premier supplier of robotic parts and service throughout the DC wasteland. Various things. You never know what might come in handy. I'm afraid these bots are all spoken for. I'm just delivering them now. I've got a custom Gutsy that isn't spoken for, but... well, RL3's a bit finicky about the company he keeps, and I don't think he likes the look of you. Nothing personal, of course. Bye.
How may I serve you, mistress? I am not for sale.
I am not for sale. I am